Alright, hey, how's it going? I'm George, I'm the manager. This is the studio, WGHR. We've done some renovations if you are a new DJ. But basically this video is about how to use the equipment. First of all, this is the engineering room. Take a good look because you're never going to be allowed in there unless you're the engineer. There is no reason you should ever be in this room. No, you shouldn't be in here. You see this room over here? This is my office. You don't come in here either. You see? Alright, let's go to the DJ booth. Go to the DJ booth. Come on. Okay. Alright, first thing I'm going to mention is the lights. There are two light switches. You can choose what lights you want to use. There is the normal light and the track lights.
We need a new dimmer.
Alright. The first thing you're going to do, if the computer is off, the button is right here. Right there. Right there. Okay? I don't want any phone calls from people saying, oh, where's the power button to the computer? Because it's right there. When you turn on the computer, it'll ask you if you want to do Windows 7 or an older version of Windows. You want to go to the older version of Windows. Alright, the next thing. Once it asks you to log on to the computer, you hit Radio DJs. There is no password. You click it, let it load everything. It'll open iTunes and it'll open one other program. Once that is done, you can start playing music. Now to move to the mixer. Okay, basically, if it's yellow or orange, I don't care what color you call it, it's about halfway between. This one is off, the red one is on. Okay, as you see, we hear music right now. These sliders, volume. Something I want to go over. These two first channels are host mic and guest mic. Basically, this mic right here is the host mic, and that mic is the guest mic. Alright. Before you turn the mic on, you will take the headphones. Obviously put them on, hit the channel that you want to use for the headphones, and talk into the microphone. What happens when you turn this on? The monitors go off. The reason we do this is so we don't get feedback. It's quiet enough. Okay, so that works for both microphones and both headphones on each microphone. Next, we have the phone. When it's working, you'll be able to actually answer the phone with this button and take calls on the air using this one, the phones. Next, we have CD1 and CD2. This has nothing to do with the computer. I can't explain how many phone calls I get asking why a CD is not playing out of the computer when these are on. Because it's not from the computer. It's actually from this CD player. For this CD player to work, first of all, it has to be on. The power button's here. Never, ever touch this. I will kick you out of the station if you touch that. Alright, to open and close the CD trays, there's open and close buttons. We're going to be listening to this just as a test.
I just picked it up.
That's fine. I like this CD.
Never heard of it.
Okay, so, obviously nothing's playing right now. Why is nothing playing? Because the channel's not on. We're on CD1. There's tape here because this is how loud the CD should be, and it should stay there and not go any higher. If you take the tape off, I will find you, and I will probably put the tape on you.
I'll kill you.
He'll kill you.
I'll fight you. Simple as that.
With the tape. Okay. So, I don't actually want to listen to track 1. I want to go, by the way, it never plays when you put the CD in. You have to find the track you want, so I want to listen to track 3, and I'm going to hit play. Oh look, it's music. Okay, so this is too loud right now.
Pin 20 should not go
This
across the tape.
should never, on the left side where it says program, not this. This side doesn't matter. Where it says monitor doesn't matter. Program cannot be over 0. This is okay. As long as the brunt of the green part is under 0, it's okay. You can go up to 2 with just a little inflection. Microphones are a different story. Just don't turn them all the way up, because that would be stupid and you wouldn't understand anything.
It will cut out.
Yeah, they'll cut out and break up. Okay, so that's the CD. Obviously, it works for both of these. When you're done, please take the CD out and put it relatively back where you found it. I can't stress this enough. If you take CDs home with you, I will kick you out of the station, and I will probably make you pay for the CD. Next, we have the computer. Generally, you're not supposed to use iTunes, but this is during the summer, and no one's listening to the radio station right now. We're going to be playing some Infected Mushroom. I meant to say YouTube. I'm sorry. We always use iTunes. We don't use YouTube. This is the main channel that most DJs are going to be using. You can fade the music in if you want. It sounds better when you do. Right now, this is wrong. You don't do this. This is right. Okay. The monitor volume. It should never be so loud that you can hear that louder than yourself talking. This is the volume control for the monitor and for the headphones are right here. Do not ever hit the change button. Okay? Again, another thing I can't stress enough. Don't hit change because it'll change what outputs to the monitor and the headphones. So you'll start hearing other things, which is bad. You don't want to hear other things.
It's very bad.
Awful. Next, we have 2 blank channels. Black and tan. I know it's a kind of beer. But unfortunately, we don't have that kind of beer here. So I'm sorry. And you don't get free beer when you push the channels on.
You should, though.
Maybe another time. Okay, turntables, right now they're not set up, but when we get our mixer back, the turntable channel, only if you know how to use the turntables. Another thing I stress, you have to know how to use them to be able to use them during your show. The turntable button. This is for the volume of the turntable. Same things apply. Cannot go over 0. Next, we have the auto loop. This volume should never be touched. Ever. You should never move the volume slider of the auto loop. Unless you actually remember where it goes, and generally we're probably going to put a piece of tape there to hold it. Okay, so
you
the auto
should
loop,
never touch the auto loop volume. Ever.
unless, well, I mean, we're going to tape it. We'll just tape it. We'll tape it.
Just say never.
Ever.
Never, ever touch it.
Just don't touch it.
Remember, this is real learning.
Okay, so,
We'll edit this.
when you start your show, it's going to be like this.
Kind of boring.
Kind of boring. You don't hear much. It's only picking up left right now anyway. And the volume's down. Okay, but generally this is how it works. It's going to be on like this and much quieter. That's okay, because nobody actually has a show at the time. It's the same concept though. Should not be getting any higher than 0. It's a little easier with our auto loop because we have this thing called the compressor that it's running through, and everything coming out of the same volume. When you start your show, you're going to see this. You'll be like, oh, I want to play though. Off. On. Easy as that. You want to make it fancy? This is on. Turn it off. You turn this on, and there you go. Alright. That is how you use the mixer in WGHR. And this should be all the information you need about DJing. Oh, one more thing about microphones. When you are talking into a microphone, if you have a guest, radio is different than TV. This chair sucks. I'm trying to get over you. When you have the microphone in front of your face, put the headphones on, and you talk here. Do not talk here. Don't talk here or even back here. here. The difference between radio and TV is that you might not always be talking to directly facing your guest. Our guest mic right here, obviously, is in a place where you'll be sitting next to your guest, not in front of them. Tell your guests, if you have any guests, the same thing. This mic is less sensitive on the sides than this mic. This mic will only pick up voices and anything going in if it's going here. And I don't know if there's anything else I really need to talk to people about.
A lot of CDs.
Yeah,
Eric?
a lot of CDs. If you steal one, I'm going to kill you. Like, straight up. I will stab you.
I kill you.
He will kill you. I've seen it happen. It's not pretty. It's slow and painful.
One more thing about the mixer. The only things the DJs are allowed to touch are these three knobs, and these sliders, and these buttons. If I come in here and somebody messes with the program or the auxiliary, I'm going to give them a warning, and if they do it again, I'm going to kick them out.
I kill him.
I know this is a very, very stern video, but I've gotten some very idiotic phone calls, and people didn't ever learn how to use this stuff. This is WGHR.
Signing off?
Yeah, that's it.
No.